Welcome back, boxing fans, to another great show with Sean on boxing. So, as you can see here, racially driven hypocrites that cover boxing. But see, you shouldn't hashtag boxing, because what you should hashtag is reverse racism. Because that's what these kind of videos are all about. Sure, there's racist people out there that disrespect and downplay Black American fighters. But let's not act as if the shoe isn't on the other foot as well. This whole image is created on the bottom to downplay Latin American fighters, and specifically everything affiliated with Canelo Alvarez. Because people are angry that Canelo Alvarez is the face of American boxing. The Mexican fighter is the face of American boxing. Yes, you got that correct. And many Black Americans are unhappy whenever whoever is the face of the sport in the US is not a Black American, whether that's on the pound for pound list, whether that's the pay-per-view superstar, whoever that may be. They try to jimmy in a Black American fighter into that position, regardless of them being justifiably in that position or not, right? When you want to use Crawford and Haney as the snack example, you're missing out on the whole Balco era. The whole reason Conte has consistently pointed fingers at is because he's already been busted giving PEDs to pro athletes. Barry Bonds, Shane Mosley, and a shitload of non-Black fighters. No one talks about the Black fighters specifically because none of them were big names, primarily. But there was hundreds of them. So we know Conte went to jail, did time, and now came out and created Snack. So when snack fighters like Conte or fighters themselves point fingers at other fighters, this is hypocritical. Because literally you're working with the biggest drug cheat in American sports history. I don't think I've ever seen anybody criticize Bud Crawford for being a member of Snack except for Black Americans. Errol Spence, PBC fanboys. Outside of them, I've never seen a non-Black content creator hate on Crawford for being a member of Snack. Correct me if I'm wrong, maybe he is. I know that people did criticize Haney for obvious reasons, because of the whole Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney back and forth, as if Devin Haney hasn't cheated, but Ryan Garcia has. We know for a fact Devin Haney is using diuretics to get down in weight. Because look at the dude. He's as big as Bud Crawford, but he was fighting at 135 pounds. You know, we know not everything is a PED, that many things help you make weight, help you lose that extra weight, right? Primarily, a lot of the Mexican American fighters here were caught using the exact same drug. None of them were using PEDs really, right? PEDs are not something boxers really use these days. Mostly it's diuretics and drugs that help you lose weight and help you recover after. But still cheating. I'm not justifying it or not, but I think cheating in sports is a very normal thing. So that's why I don't really talk about it too much. But when I see this, I think, based on what's going on in boxing now, how is this even relevant? Well, we know how it's relevant. This guy's responding to somebody else because he's always making response videos. He's always responding, right? And always twisting the narrative to make it racial. Like, you're blaming Eddie Reynoso, but Eddie Reynoso is not a guy who's involved in drugs. He's not a guy that does that aspect in training. Like, if you know anything about boxing, Eddie Reynoso would not be the guy that would be focused on diet and supplements. That would not be his job. He would have another person in camp that focused on that. We remember Freddie Roach, when he was training Manny Pacquiao. He had the Australian trainer who was focused on Manny Pacquiao's physical training and supplement type of stuff. And that guy got caught because of him supplying PEDs to fighters as well, right? And that became a big blow up because Pacquiao was working with a guy who obviously was peddling drugs. This was not Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach didn't come under fire because as the trainer, he was a part of that. Freddie Roach as a trainer is focusing on the boxing aspect of the sport, just like Eddie Reynoso is. But because of Eddie Reynoso's relationship to Canelo, people are trying to attack him, right? This is what happens in life. You know, you see Elon Musk getting attacked because people hate Donald Trump and they can't really attack Donald Trump. So what do? They attacked Elon Musk, right? This is consistent. This is what people do. They always go for, you know, the weak position, right? And they attack that because they feel that is the most vulnerable point. So that's what they do. And this is an example of that. You can't really blame Canelo because he's done a million fucking drug tests since that Golovkin situation, and nothing of interest has popped up over all these years. Not to say he's still not using PEDs, but obviously whoever now he works with is far better. Well, far better than the rest of the people that train under Reynoso as well. My only issue with this is this guy's acting as if the only reason Snack is being attacked is because of racism. But yet that's the exact same reason that Reynoso and Reynoso fighters have been attacked, based on racism. So you're calling out people for doing the exact same thing you've done. We've seen your videos. You have countless videos. Every time you have an opportunity to make one of these videos, you do it. And it's all based on race. Because when it's a black fighter that gets caught, you don't make any videos about it. You ignore it completely. And you can't point fingers at me because I don't make videos about any of it. Because for me, I know they're all cheating. It is what it is. I don't need to try to use something to attack people racially. That's your ball. That's your bag. That's not me. I'm a Bud Crawford fan. I'm not a Devin Haney fan, but I still don't need to attack him for the whole Snack situation because I know he's cheating as much as Ryan Garcia is cheating. No difference. But that's the difference between me and you. I'm here about boxing. You're here to push racism.